Hello, everyone. There's a fly that wants to be part of this broadcast. Okay. Welcome to the Advancement Center. Not you. I'm sorry. Here we are, located in the foothills of Santa Barbara, where dawn breaks beyond our beloved tree just off the patio, and the sun sets in the west, where we can watch the sun sink into the Pacific. It's magnificent, and I'm so glad you've come to join us today. I agree with David. The Advancement Center is a beacon. It's a beacon up here with its elevated platform of living, and this is where we are gathered together as family, and where everyone has a through line to their creator and to each other. In truth, we never leave, but rather carry ourselves as beacons beaming the light of truth, the truth of our origin and of our gifts that we have brought to share with the world. I find myself exchanging magic and miracles with like-minded friends on social media. It is like mining for gold and then sharing. One such passage I shared recently was Gautama Robers' post, and this is what he said. When you say next time to a child, the child does not know what you are talking about. The child does not have the concept of time. For her, only the moment exists. That is one way of knowing that time does not exist. The same is true for race or religion or nationality. A child does not know what race she is born into. He or she does not know if she is American, Italian, or Romanian. She does not know what Christianity or Hinduism is. That is why a child is a free, universal being, not limited by time or nationality or religion until she is deeply conditioned. When you raise a child, please remember to do it in such a way that the child does not lose her authentic nature, in such a way that the candle in her heart does not go out. Blessings. So thank you, Gautama. See, there are a lot of people on Facebook, but when you meet a Gautama, Guthema, you know there's gold. So we share a lot. And while we're on the subject of Facebook, maybe some of you have seen this. There is an amazing little picture of a newborn, just newly born, giving her father a great big smile. And it was not enough to just say like or love. I had to put a comment. And I said, this is just one of the first of the many gifts this little one has come here to share. Hopefully people will read that. Hopefully it'll ring a bell and light a candle in their heart. So every day is fun when you walk around as a beacon carrying your message. The interaction of everyone at a level where spirit is recognized and trust is infinite as we speak is held as the highest communication and the language of the industry of magic and miracles. From here, The industry will define itself and will grow as it is shown and presented in the world by us. We are the ones. This past Friday, David read his writing in the nakedness of your mastery. The first sentence captured and held me. Later that day, Robert referred to this writing as holding so much more than the words spoken. I am so honored that Robert is joining me today. But first, here is the nakedness of your mastery by David Best. Sorry about this fly. Okay. In the nakedness of your mastery, there is a beauty in those that have come to the planet unclothed and uncluttered with the human experience. They are able to speak from another place, a place where simplicity reigns. They operate from a place of pure transparency and nakedness. They are able to see right through you, and many may initially feel uncomfortable in their presence. They are not burdened with the layers and layers of clothes that have been placed on humanity that have names like, how do I look? What should I wear? What should I eat? These articles of clothing can be seen upon each human, but will be removed as they walk into the new world of their true self. Your realization grows upon the removal of each old garment that you have been wearing, revealing the fact that you too are a master. In your nakedness, you can see your mastery appearing through the release of outer attainments and attachments and false beliefs. This gives you a feeling of your own power that goes far beyond anything that is happening outside of you. In the nakedness of your mastery, you become an expert in simplicity. And as an expert in simplicity, you are actually working with more of the complexities of the unknown mysteries. Think of how in your world before simplicity, you paid so much attention to all those layers of clothing that you were wearing, which makes life seem more complex than it is. Compared to your life as an expert in simplicity, where life is not complex, which allows the complexities of the unknown to enter your field unimpeded and emanate from everything you do. Many of these articles of clothing that have kept you in the human complexity are transmitted through the language of knowledge and not from the language of the unknown. Threadbare and moth-eaten beliefs that we think are keeping us hidden and protected, they can come under the banners of Christianity, New Age, Egyptology, yoga, metaphysics, quantum physics, manifestation, healing modalities, and many, many more. There is no need to throw these articles out. They will dissolve right before your eyes as you receive the transmission from that world of naked simplicity and the masters who reside there. And when the final curtain is raised, you will be standing on that stage, naked and in your full mastery, with a majestic countenance and eyes that see through everything. And as you take a bow, the world of the unknown will shower all those in the audience with a field of light and energy that cannot be comprehended with the mind. It will be hidden in the quiet and stillness of your simplicity, so that all in attendance are only able to see themselves and their journey to their mastery through being an expert in simplicity. We are expanding so fast into places that are far beyond where we thought we would be. Yet we somehow are able to know what we couldn't possibly know. We will soon leave behind all the knowing and remembrances of the complexities of being human as we put on the new garment of nakedness that is made of diamonds to shine to the world. Thank you, David. I found something else here, but right on that, I'm so honored that Robert is joining me now. And now it's my pleasure to greet you. Hi there. Isn't that powerful?
Yeah. There's a lot in there that will reveal itself over a period. I'm not sure what to point my finger at, but there's a feeling of understanding that's beyond just a few words. So with understanding, we can actually trace things very easily based on our present knowledge. But when you look at what is behind all those words, understanding goes to a new level, to where you don't have anything to refer back to, to where you can understand just like it's a foreign language. You have an understanding of what somebody's saying, but you can't express that in your own language because you don't understand the language. So once you get to the point where you allow it to all just flow into your system, you'll feel yourself lifted. And you'll say, somewhere within me, there's something that understands that. And that's where we're heading. So understanding in a real sense is understanding that you're in amongst the unknown. But you're pretty good at handling the unknown without making it known. This is where all the little mysteries of the world open up like a big flower and let you see there's more to the world than what you can see with your naked eyes. So we're sitting here chatting. I'm in the office, you're out in the breezeway. And there's an understanding between us that has nothing to do with either place, nor to do with our connection. We're talking about something that we can't explain, but we know exactly what we're talking about. So the sense of understanding is more important than the real words of understanding. The process of understanding that we've had in the past has been a process of analysis to where you can break it down into little bits and give things names.
Mm-hmm.
And I've always said, once you name something, you've killed it, you've chopped off its legs and stuffed it in a box.
Oof.
Because it's got a name now,
Mm.
you don't have to know anything about it. And that's what people do to one another. By branding, by holding a fixed picture.
Wow.
But it's not going to be so common in the future. And it's not so common in our world.
Mm-hmm.
Because you can feel when someone has a fixed picture about you.
Mm-hmm.
And instead of reacting, you just reformat the picture. And you can do it in a fraction of a second. Whereas if you react, it could take a lifetime to fix it because you've made the picture solid. That's what reaction does. So we've got all these solid bricks that we carry around that are made up of projection and reaction, and then it becomes solid. Still not necessarily seen, but definitely physical. So one of the greatest things that is at our fingertips is our ability to detect without having to reason what it is. Because as soon as we detect something that's in order or out of order, our whole being shifts to make it perfect in our world. So if you walk around with your head up and a big smile on your heart, everything around you will do the same. Even if there's aggression, it will change. Because the format of the picture that comes around you is what affects you. So that interface between us and the physical world is less complex than the interface with the physical unseen world. So the physical unseen world is that input that comes to you where you might say, what's wrong with that person? I didn't do anything. Haven't even spoken to them. Or they're looking daggers at me. What's that about? So without reacting, if you see that sort of thing, you know that you haven't allowed it to go to where it's supposed to go. Because the instant your system feels that sort of thing, it can recover, reposition itself, change the picture before you even get to be able to open your mouth. So that's what David's talking about. all that labeling actually formats something that doesn't fit your world. So you don't have to do anything about it except be aware that your world is perfect for you. And as you experience it, it will develop around you. So that sounds back to front, doesn't it?
A little.
As you experience it, it will develop around you. So that's one of the greatest mysteries of all time. But I've shown many people how to do that. As you experience it, it develops around you. So if the atmosphere around you is not correct, you can actually wave your hands, do a jig, have a giggle, clap your hands, spin around, and it's all changed. Because the movement of your being allows everything to push itself into the right place where it's all balanced. It's just like you put sand on a flat sheet or on a piece of paper, and you tap it to make it form shapes. Put magnets and metal shavings and tap it, and it'll form into the force field of the magnets. So all you've got to do is shake the field around you and around people. It will automatically balance.
I can hear people on the call saying, how do you do that?
Yeah, and that's the answer. You tell me, because everyone does it different. But I used to say, interfere with the moment.
Yeah.
Distract the moment to change its position, its direction. And you'll find there's a lot hidden there that you didn't see.
Mm-hmm.
So you just disturb every moment somehow. Not by any strange means that causes interruption in anybody's field, but by one that just adds a harmonic.
Mm-hmm.
It's just like adding a little bit of your voice to somebody's song.
Mm.
And you can do it quietly. You can do it without sound.
Mm-hmm.
And the song becomes yours.
That's beautiful. That's amazing.
But isn't that what everybody does? But they don't realize it.
No.
So the song becomes yours as soon as you just even hum along without a sound. So all the ownership and all the rest of it is just destroyed in a second because you added your magic to it for you.
I feel that's something that everyone could do immediately.
They can, yeah. Everybody's capable of disturbing the moment, giving things a little bit of a shake,
Mm-hmm.
watching them fall into balance, rather than putting up a defensive shield and saying, that's not mine. Before that signal gets to you, the good work is already done. As long as you're happy to let everything move. So as we move along, even just walking along, you can change the way you bounce, you can change the way you're walking. You can lift yourself. You can walk down low or up high. And it changes everything around you. And you've felt me with you walking uphill. I only have to put my hand on your back and you can walk up any hill.
I felt your energy. Is
Yeah.
that what I was feeling?
It's because I've changed the field that you're struggling against. So suddenly gravity disappears. It's just like if you're holding the seat of a bike, you're transmitting everything to the child through some means or other, but it's all based on the confidence that somebody's helping.
Yes.
So all things in the world can change by your input. But it's simple and it's easy and it's no struggle. We're all the time talking about being on top of the wave. And above everything, you can be below it as well, you know. Just don't be in the turmoil.
Mm-hmm.
You can dive below a wave, but you can't stay there. You relax, you'll be lifted up. So each time you come to what seems like a halt in your life or a disturbance, just disturb it a bit more and relax. And you'll float to the top. And you can't help being on top of the wave because that's your natural position. And you can prove that in anything at all. That's the best way to fly, on top of disturbance. Gives you uplift.
Yes.
So as things don't go the way you expected, just disturb the moment, have a smile, have a bit of a laugh, and let it all go to where it's supposed to go, even if there's an explosion, as long as it's not you exploding. So we're moving forward in every moment, but the greatest thing we're developing is the simplest method possible every time.
Mm.
So a little sparkle, smile, anything like that works. Even a swear word works. Gets people over a lot of things.
Yeah, the emphasis alone.
Yeah. So as we integrate into this next phase of our life, you'll notice that there's no need to do anything special to have complete communication with every world, with every dimension, because you've invited yourself into the world of your creator, which contains everything. And in that inviting yourself in, there's no method to break through anything. It's all transparent. And if
Mm.
you need to change something in your life, best way is just to forget about it. Invite yourself back into the world of your creator and enjoy every moment. Even if you think something's going wrong. Because then the world changes. It has everything in it. For no reason, we seem to exclude everything that we haven't mapped out. So you exclude everything new. You exclude everything you can't see.
That's true.
So what you experience develops into what you experience. In other words, if you experience a world that has to be seen to be real, that's what you'll experience.
Yeah.
You won't experience the unseen.
Mm-hmm.
But if you experience the unseen, you will start to see what's unseen.
It's so basic.
It's getting simpler, isn't it?
It's simpler and simpler.
Yeah. So if you want to talk to your brother, you just talk to him. You don't bother with going through any process.
That's right.
You want someone to listen to you, you just speak. They'll be there.
Yeah.
You want to connect to other worlds, you just do it. You don't have to have a process. You want to talk
Bob,
to Simeon, you just talk to him.
you just said my brother, but yeah, Bob is more present to me now than when he was in form.
Yeah.
He's right there.
And
He's listening right now.
everyone will experience more and more and more.
Hmm.
And it'll be so easy to speak about nothing and make more sense than it will be to speak about what's supposed to be that doesn't make any sense.
Oh.
So
Did you hear that bird? Did you hear? He was answering you. I know it. He says, yes.
So we might seem like we're going around in circles, but it's time to forget time. That's also what David was talking about. If you forget time, you can actually have everything back that you've thrown away during your life and before, because they're only separated by time. So you spend a half a second just deleting time, and all your strengths come back, all your abilities come back, all the things you said, I'll never do that again, come back. All the interactions that you said, I can't do anymore because it doesn't work right for me in my life, will all come back. And all the cells of your body will become clear. Because it's only separated by time, which we made up.
I'm smiling because I just feel this deep, deep smile when you speak. It's amazing.
So we're going at a pretty reasonable pace. But we're actually standing still. And the pace is in everything around us. The world is moving extremely fast. But so is every season, every growth season. The wind, the hot, the cold, the whole lot, moving fast. Nothing can catch the speed of your personal power system. It's flying everywhere. It's rotating, it's spinning, it's standing upside down. And it's driven by your own personal music. But it produces endless power. You have a look at the power that's used by 1 million human beings just walking around. Convert that into energy. It way surpasses anything that we use as far as electricity or anything like that goes. Cars or trucks. The power of a handful of human beings that are doing nothing really far exceeds anything you can imagine. And when you really need that power to turn into full-blown physical energy, it happens. People pick up trucks.
Yeah.
Little frail people tear doors off. All that is with you all the time, as long as you keep disturbing the moment. As you disturb the moment, bingo, there goes your energy. As you throw sparkles, bingo, there goes your energy. Turns on and it elevates.
Yeah.
And it makes a difference in the world. And it's a good practice every now and then to just throw a bit of energy around, a bit of mischief, a bit of anything to disturb the moment.
Yeah.
So I've probably said enough by now.
Oh, never. But when you say, throw your energies around, throw the spark, all I could think was a bunch of kids.
Yeah.
That's all they do.
Yep. But you're not kids.
No.
But you can still do it and do it better.
Mm. And on purpose? On purpose?
Always.
Okay. Yeah.
Every chance you get, disturb the moment. You'll get much more laughter and more response from yourself and from people. And your field will just lighten so much.
Yeah.
The energy just pours out.
Yeah. Well, that must be the way it's all happening, because when I go to the supermarket, I always make a friend, because they're doing what they're doing and I'm doing what I'm doing, and our fields just kind of danced a little bit together on the aisle. Yeah. Speaking of aisle, I guess we should be introducing what this week is all about.
Go for it.
All right. Well, as I said in my invitation, oh, hi. I didn't want you to go, but that's all right. The day we moved into this beautiful home, there's a lovely breezeway, and I just couldn't help it, but I kept seeing a bride and groom walking down. Well, that's what's going to happen this coming Saturday. Our very dear friend Kathleen has met her beloved on a trip to Europe, Scotland in particular, and that's where she met Adrian. And on September 21st, they had a wedding in the magical forest right there in Scotland for Adrian's family and friends. And for all the people that couldn't fly over to Scotland, we are going to have the wedding right here. And they will walk down the breezeway. So, but there's so much more to that. There's so many details, and Kathleen is a master at producing this magic show that so many people will love. I think about 50 people will be coming, and we have our dear friend Mickey's in charge of the kitchen, and we're all set with the food and preparation, and we're going to have people chauffeured up from the church. And I'm excited. It's like I'm watching a transformation happening within myself, and I haven't moved anything physically. But there is such a joy and happiness and giggles. And last night we all met online, not unsimilar to what I'm doing there with Robert, and we talked. And I think we must have done about 300 details, but it's all in fun and enjoyment and happiness. And Kathleen's wedding has become all of our celebration. So as a result, Robert, who sees everything all the time, said, all right, I don't think we should have a broadcast this Wednesday, Friday, and Sunday. So for the next 3 broadcast days, you just have to know that we are busy with new friends and the celebration. So, Robert, is there anything I left out?
No.
Isn't that wonderful? You could just call on each other. Yeah, it'll be fun. Oh, I forgot to tell you the most important part. Robert will be officiating. And because Adrian is from Scotland, maybe the next time we broadcast, we'll have some fabulous pictures to show you. But the special men will all be wearing kilts, rented kilts.
Yeah.
So we had to take measurements, and Adrian is bringing all of the kilts with him on the airplane when he arrives on Wednesday. And the bride will get here Tuesday night with her sister. And it's a symphony. It's a symphony, and it's harmonious and it's happy. So we're looking forward to it. And I'm looking forward to sharing all the joys with you on our next broadcast. Robert, time to say goodbye?
Yeah.
Just for a little while.
Okay.
Yeah, just for a very little while.
Okay.
And now we wish you, as we always do, a perfect life, perfect health, and a very magic future. Thank you. Thank